Oh, now I remember why we didn't want to use the HD camera. Because it's
Why?
choppy. See how choppy we are? So we downgraded it. Aloha, everybody!
Aloha!
We're using the HD camera, and I think we're gonna be a little choppy, but
I wonder.
actually, no. There we are, live right there. Yeah, we are a little choppy,
Chop.
but that's what you get for looking just so pristine, so that you can just count the pimples on my nose. I have 0 pimples on my nose. How dare you? Okay, aloha, everybody. Welcome, and when I say everybody, I see Kevin, Stoic. I see Jack, Jail Stanton, and I would be not late for a change. That's nice. I would be if I wasn't being held hostage by my employer. I always wonder what people do. How do you fit in? eBay. I mean, eBay is so
Aloha,
time
motorcycle
consuming.
dork.
Aloha.
Christine, hiya!
Welcome, everybody. This is a super big show. Really big shoe. Here's a tiny little guy. We are sans Hayfro today. He's taking the week off to enjoy his wife, who's returned from a long trip, and
This is his fill-in.
this is his fill-in Pokesaurus. So we stripped Hayfro of his face at least on the thumbnail. Not in real life. Wow, you smell like extra fresh seafood face today.
Delicious.
So precious and proper. Welcome, everybody. I'm going to start by actually, my voice sounds so good right now. I feel like it sounds too good. Nothing ever works perfectly. It's like we set up everything. I toil to get all the little knobs and dials right, and it's never right. So we can't worry about that. But welcome to the Fracking the Hoard podcast. I think I renamed it. What did I do? eBay Reseller Group Therapy, because we're all in this together. And there's two. I'm going to name some names right now. There's two names I want to talk about. One of them is Josh Galt, who we just watched his show. He did it live today again
With John.
I'm flipping in
eBay,
easy.
Power Hour.
eBay Power Hour podcast.
Okay.
And I enjoy hearing them talk about things. And Josh, if he's out there listening, I wanted to just tell him a couple things that I couldn't get into the typing. I wasn't there. I watched it a little late. Blah blah blah. So he's talking about getting this large collection of items to sell on eBay for somebody, and I think by the end of the podcast, it was pretty clear that he should just take a finder's fee and forward this guy on to an auction house. But I had a couple things to mention, which it brings up one of my long held beliefs that depending on what you're selling on eBay, and what I did very consciously was I like to sell stuff that rich people want. I mean, that's what we've done for decades, for the past 20 years. Until basically the pandemic, where aloha, Callie Dabs, welcome.
Aloha!
Welcome to the show. Really big shoe. So I'm familiar with rich guys, and I'm familiar with their practices. And my suggestion was, there was a lot going on that podcast, so you should go watch that. That it was just on at 11 o'clock today, so like 2 hours ago. And he was talking about just, how to make money off of this when he had a 70-30 split, and he can't track down the fees on eBay. You can't. Besides the final value fees, there's no possible way to really figure out what your promotional fees are going to be, how much, depending on how you use them. It's just a big kind of it's not clear. Let's just say that. Opaque, I think, is the word that he used, which I would, yeah, of course it is. Good Karma Antiques is in the house.
Aloha!
Welcome back for more support. We will support each other, and we will. And when I say we'll get through this, that means that I think that these are growing pains. These aren't. Well, let me just continue. so as far as Josh Galt's concerned, I just wanted to offer a couple more things about rich guys and how rich guys' collections aren't all they're cracked up to be. First of all, rich guys overpay for stuff because they want it. And I happen to have a lot of knowledge about Rolls-Royce parts. You mentioned part of the collection was Rolls-Royce and Bentley parts.
Oh,
and I've
okay.
had my own Rolls-Royces and Bentleys. And you know, not that that's, you know, that's just what it is. But the parts for them can be very expensive, especially when you want them. But when you want to sell them, they don't go for that much. So it depends on what kind of operation you're going to run. If you are there's a place down in Texas, there's a Flying Spares, there's another place. Well, there's really just two places, England and Texas. And those guys, you know, they have good stuff. You know, you can get the part that you need. They disassemble, you know, Rolls Royces, and they sell you the parts that are in good condition and they work properly. And that's one of those things. Rolls Royce, why I liked Rolls Royces, I'll tell you right now. Who was talking about it yesterday? So we were watching Daily Refinement yesterday, and he was talking about people purchasing items forever. And that was my idea of the Rolls Royce. A Rolls Royce isn't a forever car. I mean, it's built so that it can just be repaired and repaired and repaired. And I believe he used a term like, what's your definition of luxury? Something that can be repaired. And that very well may be.
Right. He was comparing it to like fast fashion clothing, and he was saying, you know, the opposite of fast fashion is something that can last long and may need some repairs over time,
He was saying
it will last forever.
He was saying he knows, and he's in the Bay Area, and he knows people who buy like 7 of the same shirt and then wear it 3 times because you can't even wash it because it will lose its shape and its color and everything.
Right. For the fast fashion,
So
yeah,
they just wear these shirts 3 times and then throw them in the garbage. I can't even wrap my head around why you'd want to put that kind of toxic china on your body. That's what came to my mind. It's like, yes, it's a shirt, but don't you wash the shirt so you can get the china off of it? And by that I mean like chemicals.
Not everyone washes their clothing when they buy it new before they wear it.
I don't understand. There's pollutants on there.
Aloha, Timothy.
Aloha, Timothy. Welcome to the support session for eBay sellers who do not wish to sell. Okay, so I'll just get into. Did I say enough thing about? Okay, so rich guys overpay for stuff. Rich guys don't want to let their stuff go for cheap. And they won't admit defeat. Those are the 3 things I wanted to just pass on to Josh. It's like, so really do just take the finder's fee, forward on that collection to the auction house, get paid, move on.
I mean, we've done some consignment, but it's worked out quite well for us.
Well, our big consignment though was with the auction people. That didn't work out poorly. It just didn't work out great.
No. I'm talking about
other consignments.
We've sold stuff for other people on eBay.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Well, we were selling a whole bunch of Danish modern stuff for that auction house, Regal Auction in New Hampshire. You were at work. You don't remember what I'm doing. Gosh,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, to go take pictures.
That
the problem
was years ago. I don't remember that.
It was. And and then I got my own warehouse, a showroom warehouse. And if you're ever going to consign something for somebody, get possession of said. Aloha, thanks for the fun little things are flying up in the air.
Those are so cute. What are they? They look like party hats.
Yeah, they're little cornucopias. Everybody's saying hi, and then that's the exact reason is why I don't spend on buy American-made clothing. Yes, I did hear that this morning. So he's Kevin Stoic Reseller he's just or I don't know if he's shifting right now or if he's just going to sell or try to mostly sell American-made clothing. He actually said that on his video.
Oh, I like that idea.
So go check out Stoic Reseller. I think he's a great guy to watch, and he shares his information, and it's very clear. One thing I noticed, he gets way less page views and you know what's the thing above page views? Impressions, page views. He has more sales than we do, but less page views. So that's interesting. I mean, and that has to do with the clothing versus the not clothing, the products, yes.
6x6, and boom goes the dynamite. Cue the horn.
Oops, sorry. I I gotta get up. I was at to get over. I'm never in the right place.
Oh, wait. I got it.
You had it.
Yes, I got my control
She got
panel back.
She got her little button panel back, so now she can aggregate the noise.
Yeah, now I need to give myself a... I got my control panel back.
You are Stella got her groove back over here. Missed the last live, but started watching the Friday live. Oh, thanks, Timothy.
And he says that he loves the Friday show. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate that.
We have fun doing that. It's our hour off from eBay.
And now we have a whole bunch of new friends. For a year or more, we were broadcasting to our Tiki friends, which there aren't a lot of them, surprisingly, that don't have middle-aged people without jobs that can just sit there on Friday and watch us. But we resellers have more flexibility in our time. That's one reason why we are.
Well, we're at our computers pretty much all day.
We're down. That's where we are. Good Karma says, why wouldn't the dude with the collection Josh is interested in just call the auction house himself? Well, I think they got to the fact that Josh didn't tell him and the guy didn't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure the guy knew. But when you have a whole bunch of stuff, the idea of somebody doing the work for you to make the stuff turn into cash is good. And so if Josh got 10% just for hooking him up, doing all the legwork, finding the proper auction house for his items and getting that whole thing, if he was administering the whole auction process, 10% is totally legit number to get. But I think he was referring to 3 to 5% that the auction house themselves would give you. But I think that, maybe he could get 5% from the seller, 5% from the auction house, but somehow end up with 10% for running the background stuff to get, to get them to go pick up the items, because auction houses don't sell items without having possession of the items. I do not believe in consigning anything that anyone retains possession of. We do have a lockup, a lockup storage compartment where I had always, back in 2003, I guess, we sat down. My mother was in town. We were at the beautiful little lake house. We were renting it for her vacation. And we sat down at the table, and I was trying to decide what my next move in life was going to be. And I'm an entrepreneur. I mean, nothing is too, out of my brain. I just think of stuff, and then I'm too dumb to know if I can or cannot accomplish something. So I just bullheadedly just force it to happen through sheer will. And in the case of 2003, we had 2 items on the table. Sell stuff for you eBay store. It was called Auction Oasis, and I had the website and everything. That's gone somewhere else now, but Auction Oasis or Kahiki Moon Polynesian Restaurant and Lounge. I went, I don't know if it was a smart move or a dumb move, but the restaurant only lasted a year, but I didn't get paid. I worked forever for an entire year. Like, when I say that, I mean like 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I was working. It was a 1,200 square foot kitchen with, 8 kitchen staff on it any given time, a dozen servers and the whole bit. And they were all youngsters, and there was cocaine in the bathroom. And it was like a big mess. So I ended up being a parent to a lot of kids who work in restaurants. And I found out that a lot of people who work in the kitchen have drug problems. But anyway, besides all this great information I learned, we did not, that was just a learning. I went to restaurant school, essentially.
How'd you get on this?
Because because in 2003, we chose to either do eBay or the restaurant.
Oh.
And the thing why I didn't do that was because convincing people, first of all, the fees, and then whatever we had to do to sell it, we had to, it was hard to track down the fees at that point too. And then I'm not, at least at this point, if I do sell something for somebody, it's 50-50 split after the fees are taken out. That is just the bottom line.
We've never had anyone scoff at it either. So.
No, but we used to. Because people wanted, 30-70 splits. And no, for the time that I'm going to sell your stuff, I don't care how much you paid for it. I'm going to tell you it's a good item for me to sell, and then I will sell it for a 50-50 split.
Well, and it's, your reputation on the
Cars.
line and your
Yeah,
reputation that sells it
Absolutely.
as a top seller. So
Consignment's 50-50. If anybody, there's certain things that I probably took less of like cars. I didn't take a full 50.
Yeah.
But, whatever. Because I made a lot of money in one move, and that just makes sense.
Jack
has put a lot of words in here.
Yeah, he's talking about he got a collection of records, 6 tons worth.
Okay, good karma antiques could be they want. Wait, okay. Why wouldn't the all right? So, yeah, and that could be true, but I if I'm not mistaken, these are Chinese antiques. I'm not sure. Because he should be cagey about what he's buying and where it is and everything, because you don't want to have somebody like myself just swoop in. I'm only like 8 hours away. I could drive up there and take all of it off and stuff it in my trunk.
Goodness, road trip.
Yeah, let's go. Oh, gotta go, everybody. Let's go.
Oh, he's ready. You just knocked out my tooth.
Oh no, we have matching missing teeth now. Oh, sorry, Bo. Did you get a drip on you? No, he didn't. He's not. He's still dry. Okay, well, let's finish this story. I'll try to keep on track here. I buy a lot of customers. A person may need a house cleaned out now to sell it. I do well in that situation. Yes. Had a guy with 24,078 RPMs I bought in July. His mom died. He had 33 years to sell these for her, but waited until 8 days before the house had to be cleared. 6 tons of records. Those are sad situations, and those happen all the time. We did not buy a whole bunch of 78 records that were in storage at this sort of abandoned radio station. It was there in like the basement, and it was so moldy down there. I just could not bring myself to take them basically for free. So there's a lot of we took like 2 or 3 boxes out and then shuffled through them to see. Actually,
what?
Sometime we should bring those. So we have 2 boxes of 10 inches that came from that pile. They're in the. Oh no! I broke my miracle pencil from 8th grade.
Oh great!
We have to stop.
Now we're not going to have any eBay sales today.
This is worse than breaking a nail. Oh no! I'm gonna have to reglue this. I've actually glued it several times in that same place. It keeps breaking right there. But we have some of those 10 inches. We got them and then looked at the titles and decided that if that was a cross section of what there was, it was too moldy.
And then $40,000.
I know, that's so much, and people aren't. Well,
yeah. How many books are in the film collection we have?
We have 200 plus boxes, 260 boxes with
about 50
in each one. It's like 2 million, I think. What's that?
No, I think it's 297,000.
Yeah, so we've listed 6 boxes out of 260 boxes so far. I mean, that's a lot of work, and she gets sneezy because it's old books.
Yeah, everything lately I'm getting sneezy over. Records,
I like seeing
books.
you were wearing your mask today, like the books had COVID, so that's good.
Oh no, that was a keyboard.
Oh, with the mouse poop in it. Oh yeah.
No, there were no mouse poops in it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about we don't deal with mouse poops as resellers. Nobody ever has mouse poops. He may just dump them because my cost just for the moving truck would be about $5,000. Oh, this hasn't happened yet? Wait.
The books.
The books haven't. Oh.
His mom paid for 3 storage units, which had her dad's book collection, and then 40,000 books that I may buy. 33 years paying for 3 units for maybe 80 to 100,000 pounds of books.
And I don't know, books are a real tough one unless you know what they are. Our book collection that we have is a single collection from a single man named Frank Manchel, who is a professor emeritus in film studies. So out of the 6 boxes, it's 300 books. We've in 3 months, how long?
I'm not sure.
We've sold a box full. So that would be a 20% sell-through rate. No, 6 boxes, 50 books each. We've sold 50. That's like a 17.5% sell-through rate. Is that right? Do I even understand what sell-through rates are? I don't know.
I'm just like, holy moly, looking at Jack's last comment.
Selected 200 miles each way. He bought a whole bunch of records. 50 split is the number that may work.
It is.
To bother.
That
yes,
really
absolutely.
is the only number that makes it worth it.
And it's
Excuse
fair.
me.
It's fair, or you don't want to sell it. You can go somewhere else. Go sit on your books for 30 years. Or give me 50%.
We clean the items, if it requires taking apart to clean it so thoroughly. We photograph them beautifully. The customer service, I mean, you provide
Right
such
there.
great customer service.
Come on now.
And again, I think our reputation on eBay is worth something, I think.
Well, for sure. The business that we've built and the infrastructure that we have.
Yeah.
It's 50%. I mean, I don't even care if you don't like that. I won't sell your stuff. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not a big consigner. I don't really like consigning, but if 50% makes it
Unless
worth
it's
the bother.
a very high price item, then like you said,
Yes.
we won't do 50%. That would just be ridiculous.
If I'm gonna make 10 grand off of it, I mean, if it's just use a huge number, $100,000 item, I'll take 10 grand is what I'm saying. Because first of all, it's probably a car at that price point, and I don't need selling one single car is not that hard. So 10 grand is a great price for that. So that's the one exception caveat.
Gorilla Glue. She's saying use Gorilla Glue on your pencil. And Jack was saying that
Yes.
in regards to the grandfather, he was a hoarder and destroyed 3 houses due to the weight of his stuff. I sometimes worry about the weight of all of our records.
Wait, don't say that.
His daughter ended up with the books and the records. The dad died earlier this year. And the son had to clean out her house, and she was a hoarder. I expect the books to be auctioned off when the grandson, who is now in his 60s, can't move them. Yeah, books are heavy. I've lifted some boxes.
And books are one of those things where to extract, I mean, talking about fracking the hoard, I mean, that's a lot of work, both just moving and pulling out the garbage, selling the good stuff, blah blah.
Hi, Kent.
Kent
At
is in
work.
the house.
He's trying to watch and listen.
Well, leave your speakers up. No one will ever know. I'll just blast that horn.
Stoic is saying consignment is such a headache.
It is.
When you have the right people, though,
And you
doing
have
it with you,
50%.
it's not. But
If you have 50%.
yeah, 50%.
So you're both equally invested in the process.
And it's not just
Hello,
strangers.
Gina.
Hi, Gina. We don't do consignment just for anyone. It's
No.
usually
You know who we
someone
don't do
know.
business with? Family. I don't want to sell things to family. I'm not going to sell things for family. No. I've had too many headaches. Talk about headaches. That's when you give somebody a good deal and then they want everything. Or they do something like leave something with you for several years, don't accept any offers that you have gotten, and then you haven't sold it. So then they come and take it and they're like, I want to go take it to this other person who said they can sell it for me. No, you can't do that.
Wait, you sound like you're scorned or something.
I'm a scorned lover. There was a watch incident once. There was the watch incident.
Yeah.
So that we don't even never speak of the watch again.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I do remember that actually.
A nightmare. There are books in his niche that maybe that he can process 10 to 12 an hour as they do great all. But after that, it's a lot of research. Yeah, it really is research. And for instance, the Manchell books that we have are all first edition, first printings, but often sometimes they have like promo cards in them from the publishers, and they're signed by the authors and everything. But they are, but they'll have underlined and have
notes.
Highlighter in it. So you've got to kind of. Some people don't care, and some people really care, and that's a difference. Most people, for first edition, first printing, will care about having any marks in it, but then when it comes from an author, it's ex libris. It's from Frank from the person himself.
Publishers would send him books to have him take notes and get back to them on it, what his opinion was.
His focus was horror movies. So a lot of these books are horror. So like Stanley Kubrick, but a lot of them are from the early days of Hollywood, like autobiographies. People just love this stuff, I guess. So that was nice. Good Karma says, now I understand your YouTube channel name, Fracking the Hoard. Yes, because we used to sell really high sell-through rate items only, and like expensive items. And we would have a store that was for decades. We had a store that was 300 to 600 items. That was it. And then because of the pandemic, and because we were locked down, she quit her job. They quit her, and then she was like, I'm permanently quit. And then we have to sell the small stuff too. And that's why we're in the same position as a lot of people, where we got hit by the eBay thing. I can still sell. Look at this stuff. Now we move into phase 3 of our show.
Show and tell. Gina's saying, sorry I couldn't respond yesterday. I was driving, but I was listening. Well, thank you.
Gina, there's turn-offs. You could take a little, just get off of the next.
Oh, and then I couldn't say.
Jora Jaha. That's what I think.
I love that idea, giving family eBay gift cards. That is such a great idea.
Absolutely. I support eBay still, even though they're going to mess with us. I am going to probably give them a full year before I really get,
Well, it's supporting our fellow resellers.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going anywhere, basically because of that, because I feel invested and also, part of this community. And and I like the people in this community. And by the way, Kevin, you're totally part of the community. Come on. That was in his video today. Go watch Stoic Reseller's video from this morning. He shared some good information.
Oh, yes.
And he's not promoting at all. And it's kind of the name of the game for the next little while is, do we really need to promote? Do we really need to promote? Are our numbers accurate? Are they real? Or are they just sort of given to make us want to promote? Is promoting smart? Is it work at all? Totally don't know the answers to these questions, but these are things everyone should be thinking about, because in no way does promoted listings work. not completely. Thank you.
I was just desperate to do some sort of sound effect.
I think that was very appropriate. So we're gonna keep plugging along with the experimentation with the experimentation on the nuclear reset and other various forms, probably trying a little bit of promoted listings, but not for very much money. Try to keep it at 0. I mean, that would be the experiment, would, do a full year or another 6 months. I mean, I can't tell. I'm just talking numbers here, but just at some point do something.
Matt, where's Danny today with some advice on what to say?
Okay. So we bypassed our show and tell, and we went right to the second person I want to name by name. And that is J Ride Flips. And I talked about him quickly yesterday, and I like the guy. I do. I like him. I like his content. I think it's good. When I was talking yesterday, it occurred to me while I'm talking, because I love to talk before I think it all the way through. I wanted to go watch some more of his content and really see what the bulk of it is about. But about 30 days ago, he released a video about Gen Xers and baby boomers. I mean, it was really... And he came on and he was like, I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I think I'm going to help, but I want to help. And his bottom line was, you got to sell different things because no one wants your stuff. I mean, that's not exactly what he was saying, but he was sort of saying that. And
he
then
was just saying times have changed.
Times have changed, and we've gone. I think his key takeaway from it was that as older people, we're used to buy loyalty discounts, where we stay connected to one company or product, and we like insurance is what he was using. I've switched insurance car companies so many times, and that's what he's trying to do. So I don't think that's necessarily, Oh, thank you very much, Good Karma. Come on now. We only have 2 likes? Seriously? 34 people in here. Please take a second and give it a like. I really appreciate that. And if you're not a subscriber, subscribe, because we're so close to monetization, which we need so that we can buy another Rolls Royce so we can, make up for some of the money we've lost on eBay, because that's part of the equation here. So I do appreciate any likes or subscribes. So back to J Ride Flips. When I watched, so then he released another video a couple of days ago, and it was again, he seems pretty authentic person, I guess. He said that he wanted that really the key to success on eBay is find better items. And that's the thing that, and then that's what Guy said, what's his face, Danny came in, and he said, so discounting anything about that, J Ride Flips has some good videos for beginners. And I think what he's saying is solid. And I think if you are a beginner and you don't have any inventory, this is the guy to go to. I appreciate the way he talks and the way he runs his lives and shows. So he's great. And he's quite popular because he's giving beginner information.
And might I add,
yes,
too?
You may.
Yes,
please
thank
do.
you. The stuff that we've collected over years and years, and to find the stuff we have out in thrift stores now, you would never. Maybe once in a blue moon you can find some of the stuff we sell, but the vintage stuff is becoming very scarce and hard to find in thrift stores. So that is one reason why also these new flippers or resellers, they only have and can only see the more modern stuff in the stores. They aren't seeing the vintage stuff like we used to see. And that's, so we have it and it
and I talked about him. I talked about him yesterday because, he just sells anything. And I just said how I'm not going to. That's not me. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to sell stuff I like. I'm going to sell things that I have a passion about, and I have a passion for reselling. I have a passion for the precious little guy, a little noise. And then he released a video last night, which please go watch J Ride Flip's brand newest video.
Hi, Julie.
And aloha, Julie. And I said that I'm just not going to sell, dirty crap, and I want to sell stuff I'm interested in. The first scene in his video is he's like 20 items that you can just go get right now that have surprisingly quick sell-through rates. I'm not going to give away his whole video. The very first item, filthy, dirty vibrators. It was like, this is what I'm not going to do.
Don't say that.
Go look at them. They're filthy, dirty, and then he's like saying,
they're massagers.
The Hitachi Magic Wand is most definitely, it is a vibrator. I mean, I'm just saying that's what it does. It's for your muscles. I don't care, but they're dirty, and he's showing them. And it was just the perfect example of why I don't just sell any old thing, but new people can, and I think that's okay.
Well,
I just thought it proved my point so well, and I was like, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
I don't know. Yeah, that was weird seeing.
Because you're like, I mean, it's just.
I thought that was common knowledge about that type of item.
Is he too young to know?
That's what I'm wondering.
I don't know. But yes, go check it out. And again, if you guys are looking, really super basic stuff, like if you need to find some new things to sell, yeah, he's a wealth of information. And he's a good guy who explains it well. And
he seems like a nice guy.
Absolutely. So
yeah.
I have nothing bad to say. I'm just saying we're doing it differently. And he's explaining to me that I need to, that I need to not get off his lawn. No, you get off my lawn. I say that to him. And then he's like, okay, Grandpa.
He's the next generation.
He's the next generation. I have no problem with that. But I'm not going to sell.
It's working for him, whatever he's doing.
He sells a lot of stuff you get at thrift stores.
Yeah.
And that's good.
And Julie's saying the only thing with JR Flip, I don't get is that he puts 5 to 6 item specifics, and these items are at the top of a search. Or more like,
Yeah. Only thing, I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to look more into. I don't even know where his.
What his eBay store is?
I don't know what his eBay store is. I could probably watch more videos to figure it out. He reads his numbers, but I haven't seen him show them, so I don't know if he's legit.
And look what Stoic says. Some of his videos crashed some markets. Can you believe I can read that in my glasses? I don't even have my glasses on. I guess I'm farsighted.
Like
VCRs and brush popper shirts. I don't even know what brush popper shirts are. Do you?
No,
That's how old I am.
Yeah, we're old though, for sure. What was interesting is one thing he said in that video is how he couldn't sell, like he was saying VCR recorders, and it didn't work, and then he changed it to VHS recorder.
No, you said CR.
No, VCR or VHS. Like he changed the letters because a younger generation doesn't call it what we call it as an older generation. I mean, I called it a VCR, but now they're called VHS, Video Home System. That's what VHS stands for. VCR is video cassette recorder, I think. Video.
Yeah, VCR, video cassette recorder.
Yeah. So though when he talks about the change in generations, yeah, what we call things may have changed, and we're using old terminology. Those are valuable nuggets to take away from his stuff. So, brush popper shirts are Western shirts from the 90s like Garth Brooks used to wear. Okay, well, count me out because I don't know what he used to wear. And I wasn't paying attention to Garth Brooks in the 90s.
Thanks for letting us know what that is. And never heard of that term. Thank you.
So there's gonna be
dirty crusty massager MJ.
Wait, it's bad. It's bad the way that he just walked right into that. I mean, I'm okay. It's okay. It's okay. I had to talk myself down. I'm like, what? What is happening here? If you make $1 million on old vibrator massagers,
yucks for yucks. Yucks for yucks.
You can have that.
Oops, I just snorted.
Okay, so yes, I don't know about how he crashed markets and 5-6 item specifics. I mean, is he telling the whole story? I don't know. I think it's better when, like Stoic, when he says something, he shows his numbers. I show my numbers. I don't show my cash money. I haven't, at least, shown my cash money too much. Maybe I have. I don't even know anymore.
Well, and JL is saying that...
My mom told me not to discuss money with people. So that's why.
Jack is saying that if JR has...
Where are we?
Ooh.
Is he barfing?
He's trying to.
You got a little barf?
Do you have my hair in your mouth?
He's too excited.
Sorry.
He needs to throw up.
That if JR flips... puts great titles in the specifics in the description, then you don't need a whole ton of item specifics filled out.
Maybe he's doing a really maybe he's using techniques. He's using really good techniques, because there is something to be said for daily refinement. Who else do we know? I mean, people who are trying to do $1 million eBay stores. I mean, the people, you have to like set a plan and then try to achieve that goal. I have never done that. I don't need $1 million from my eBay. I don't need $1 million sales.
It also makes me think that it might be, younger crowds that are
I need $150,000 cash every year.
That are shopping. If there's terminology that we're unaware of,
and he's selling
and
to them.
that terminology is selling stuff, then
here
it's
is
younger
the
people
question:
buying,
who is
right?
buying the dirty massagers?
Oof.
Is he selling to baby boomers? Who's he selling all these broken cameras and remote controls to? Is he selling to his age bracket or to our? I don't know who he's selling to either. Again, I'm not trying to. I want people to go watch his content. I think that his content is good and solid, but we've got some generation gap going on there, and if we could, maybe we could shrink it a little bit by watching some of his stuff.
Bridge it.
What? Oh, bridge it.
Bridge the gap.
Bridge it.
Bridge it.
That's so clever. You're so clever, Bridget.
But
Yeah, do that.
where is that?
Hurry, rim shot. Thank you.
Where's
Okay,
the cha-ching?
enough about J-Ride. Go check out J-Ride Flips. He's a good guy with good content, although he's young. So, let's see. Yucks for yucks. Wait, why am I so, get lost here? There are hat cleaning videos. We actually watched one and cleaned a hat. It fades hats, but still. It was my own personal hat, so. I can believe he doesn't know what they're really used for, to be honest. His generation are more open with actual toys with intended marketing, not the old euphemistic massagers that you bought. You had to go to Spencer's Gifts. And whatever Spencer's used to be called something before that, and I can't remember what. I mean, that's so old. But in the back of Spencer's, there was a little section where you could buy your party favor toys or something. And that's where you got them. Or you got them in the back of...
The gag gifts.
Back in the 70s, because I've sold quite a few Whole Earth catalogs. Those have some weird stuff in it from like the late 60s, early 70s. And some of them massaged you. Dirty people. MJ over our heads. Perhaps he has a Patreon where he shares how he sells them. I don't know. Does he? Now I gotta know. I don't think he advertises. Let's see. See, that's a thing about Patreon. You have to question everything. If somebody's on Patreon, I'm not saying it's bad because Auction Professor's got a lot of good stuff to. Look how the sun's like on my face. I have sunspots.
Is it reflecting off from that glass?
It's reflecting off of Bugs Bunny Great America pin, I think.
Cute. Okay.
So J-Ride, okay, so you can join, which is some sort of money, but I'll probably have that. Who cares? I don't know. We have 9,840 views. He has 351,000. There's a difference. And I do not, we have to click on a video to see.
How's it going, guys?
How eBay paid for his trip to Hawaii. Very good. You know how many trips to Hawaii eBay's paid for us? 10. Not that many.
No.
A few, though.
6x6. No more talk about massagers and rim shots. Stoic. There are people who buy the broke things for parts or a project to repair. I've been watching a guy who services and repairs watches. Super interesting. Well, watches.
If in doubt, part it out is a saying. And the thing is we do that all the time with toys and. I mean, I couldn't sell this G.I. Joe thing for $60. I sold it for $300 parting it out. So absolutely, especially old toys. Oh, look at that. We have a new subscriber, Pi Squared. Pi 2 Squared. That confuses me because I don't know if it's Pi Squared. What is Pi Squared? It's 2 circles? Is it infinitely linked circles? I don't even know.
Jack says J-Ride needs to do his cleaning video. Would have a lot of views, I'm sure.
Oh dear. I mean, I'm really not. That was just one funny part just to talk about it because the guy's doing well and he is giving a lot of information. And I just want to see, hold on, I got to concentrate.
I'll read some things.
Or chi, however you pronounce it, for $35. Massagers. You want to be looking for these massager wands, handheld, and also these bigger ones.
Wait, can they hear
these
this?
thumpers
I think so.
sell extremely well. Panasonic sells extremely well.
Look
The
at
wands sell better than the
wands.
handhelds, but they all sell
That looks like a
extremely
drill.
well and have a fast sell-through rate. You want to be looking for the Hitachi Magic Wand and also these Quality Thumper.
And that looks like a handheld vacuum.
He doesn't know that he's saying that.
When in doubt, part it out. I like higher end furniture hardware. Oh yeah.
Absolutely. So what I was here for was just to see if he sells, and
Patreon.
I don't see a Patreon. Join this channel. You can join, which is a totally legit thing. It looks like Audible sponsors him. That's great. He's doing great for himself. My reseller Jeannie is sponsoring him. 10% off of Giaro pack, and he sells on Whatnot. So, and that's probably, you know, he's taking, we're not even doing that. He's taking advantage of what he has to offer. So anyway, enough about him. He's great. Go watch him. Be prepared for a little bit of interesting takes on things. That's what I have to say. But especially for beginners, he's really sets it up.
And yeah, for if you're gonna watch someone that's a millennial, he's a millennial, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think
he's a good one to get knowledge from. You know, when you really need to know all about everyone and everything, all sorts of viewpoints. I think he's a good one to watch for that different perspective.
Watch repairing videos are super. You already said that. I went into Spencer's last month. I couldn't believe the back wall. Not that I'm a prude by any means, but it's basically an adult needs store. But from what you're saying, I guess it always was. I mean, they just all the way in the way back in the back left corner next to the black lights and the black light posters. And then you would get your incense there. You get incense and you get your, you know.
I always thought of it as a gag gift store. Like I never went to that back section.
Just to be, you know, in the mood for the back of Spencer's.
Please don't.
Okay.
Don't. Yeah. Our apologies. I wish we had one of those. We'll be back in a moment. Like,
we need the button. We need the button. So the 7-second delay. I guess I never made it past the cool t-shirt section.
T-shirts and then when in doubt, part it out. Yeah. Absolutely.
And then so let me show you just a couple of things. I thought this would be fun. Are you guys interested in numbers? It's not. I'll show you them because why not? So if you go here, you will see nothing. Okay, hold on. I gotta go here. Here, go back here, and then when I go here, it still doesn't work. Hold on. Just relax. Why isn't it working now?
Did you show the thing over there?
I need traffic. There it is. Not yet. Hold on. Because I think everyone loves to see numbers. I'm going to show them a couple numbers.
I wonder.
This is not, you know, this is just like yesterday's. As you can see, my, for absolutely no reason, my reported page views have gone down. On those days, you can see a huge spike in sales, and you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you see all those? Hold on. I've had 4 no sale days this month. 4 holes. Wait.
That's
1,
heartbreaking.
2, 3. I only had 3. Much better than I thought. So 3 holes. Today we haven't had no sales yet, but it's really not unusual. We don't make a lot of sales.
Because you broke the pencil.
I broke the... Oh, no. I need more likes and subscribers to counteract the pencil breaking. But you can see that I don't think it's affected my sales.
Biff is psyched. He's like, okay, you're approaching the 20-70-10.
I am. I mean, but
Look at that,
that's
Biff.
just happening.
Yeah.
It's just happening without me trying. So, you know, that, and I'm doing a nuclear reset every day. These huge numbers. I did look back over the year, and these were definitely much smaller last year.
Yeah, look, it says versus, it's the prior time period last year that it's comparing it to, or last month?
No, it's last month.
Oh, okay.
So I hate these prior time period things. But so you can see that when you look at my impressions, these 2 impressions right here will drop. So these are, for three days, they always show higher for 3 days, and then on the 3rd day they drop down. So this is all about trying to keep track of how they're using your promoted listing funds, and you can't. So until they do that, I'm never going to think it's okay. Just so you know, if you were curious about that. I'm not a believer. I do not believe their numbers when it comes to promoted listings, and especially offsite listings where they just give the views or the money to Google, and then they go, oh, we don't know what happens. I don't even know. So that sounds just ridiculous. Preposterous is the word. But you can see that definitely since Saturday or Friday, just the page views have dropped. Again, not necessarily a big difference in sales. But so that's enough of that, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about it some more for an hour? Okay.
Although Biff does like the numbers.
Biff loves his numbers. 27-10.
Did you see he had asked? He said, numbers, please. Did you see that?
Oh, I did not.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
You were on the
I knew
same
someone
wavelength.
would want them. And if anybody would want them, it would be him. So, yes, I am. I don't know. Again, can't tell. You're saying those are a healthy number. I believe you. And that's that. Because I don't have anything else to know at this point. But let's check this out. Okay, so boom. Go me small.
You small?
Me small. So these are kind of the things I used to sell, and I thought let's put a little show and tell in here because that's fun. So I've sold dozens and dozens of these from Denmark, and this is.
Let me just quickly show that.
This is no, just put it back to big. This is a PH5 lamp. This is made in Denmark by Louis Poulsen. And, they're super, it's indirect light. You can't see a light bulb in there because it reflects off this purple thing and shoots all the light up into the whiteness. And then it refracts or reflects or whatever that down. So it's an indirect lighting. You saw it in a lot of schools in the 50s and stuff. And so I've sold dozens and dozens of those. And those are, that's what these are right here. So you can see like a vintage one. They do remake them now, so they've kind of killed the aftermarket thing a little bit, but you can still see that proper old ones, are running money. But these are things that we're not selling. We just still have them because they're here. And
Maybe
I
down
like
the
them.
road, but
I
not
like
right now.
them. And then like I'm just showing this as maybe they're not really bolos because I don't really think you're gonna find them in the wild. But it may just, they're either just fun to look at or you might find something educational about it. This is a common, most people recognize these. These are teak ice bucket from Dansk. And on the inside, they either are gray or orange. And I can't remember which one's better.
Well, looks like
I think the gray ones are better than the orange ones, but I can't remember. But anyway, that's just there because we own it.
And look at this one here. It has marks on the teak wood, and and they sold it for what, maybe $210. And what's crazy is you can easily
above $175.
Clean any teak.
Teak is just 4/0 steel wool and teak oil. That's it. Any
Thanks
piece of
for
teak.
finishing my sentence.
Sorry. Go ahead, finish it now.
You just did.
Okay.
Anyhow,
I'm a genius.
Easily clean that. They probably could have sold it for more money had they
Cleaned
just wiped it with the steel wool and the teak oil.
Well, you can see that you can see right here.
Oh, that's just paint. It looks like that comes right off with steel wool.
Yeah, the 4/0 steel wool. You would have that little blank spot would have
filled that in.
Filled in a little better. But okay, yes. So is this what color is the inside here? He doesn't have a picture of the inside.
No, scroll. Well, keep arrow
That's
down.
it.
That
so
was it. Well, what do you know?
I know how to scroll, and he did not do it right.
There's sometimes when I think I got every single angle perfect.
And then no insides of the ice bucket.
Oh, yeah. And then at some point, someone, will question something. It's like, oh, gosh, I totally forgot a photo
Next
of that.
up is Crackbot. Wait, can you hand me Crackbot? Those are too far away.
Pokey fetch.
Crackbot is just a Crackbot. Wow. We've got about, I don't even know, probably 3 or 4 of these guys. He's Crackbot. Oh, no, I gotta go pick. You're not producing properly.
I'm producing objects for you per your request.
You have to do all the producing, not just the fun stuff. Look at Crackbot. There's so many jokes that can be made about Crackbot. There are people, oh my gosh, there's so many comments. Jeez, wait, where were we?
Okay, so MJ was saying that she has to go watch that video now.
Yes, you do.
J-Ride. Oh, and Biff with his numbers, please. Okay. And Good Karma Antiques. I recently found 2 crackle lamp globes made in the 30s.
Yep.
Lamps make me excited. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
love
like
old
lamps,
lamps too.
We're into
And-
like 60s Italian lamps that are basically chrome, acrylic, and like balls, white globe type things.
And yes, Good Karma Antiques. So you can get the teak oil. It usually comes in a metal can, and you get
Teak.
teak. Yeah, and then you get your
has colorant in it.
40 steel wool 4/0, and you put the teak oil on the steel wool, rub your object,
And a genie comes out.
and then
eBay genie.
we usually get those yellow micro towels or whatever they are from Costco.
Yeah, Costco.
And you want to wipe
everybody
the
has
teak
those,
oil
right?
off.
Yeah, so you apply it actually with the steel wool.
Yeah.
You pour it onto the steel wool and you apply it. And teak oil has an orange color to it. So, and that's what makes teak re-teakify. There are things, if it's really grayed out teak, like it's been left outside, you have to do something different. But if it's indoor teak, and teak furniture from the 60s and 70s and earlier, even 50s, that all needs to be teak oiled every 6 months. If it came from, there's an interesting little piece of history which I love to talk about.
I do.
And it's about the Danish modern stuff from Denmark, which is stuff we sold. And then all the mid-century stuff in the United States that had to be imported through a big company like Seelig or something. So they had the exact same stuff as Denmark, but it would be sold through Seelig, and I can't even think of some of the other companies right now. But there was just high-end. Whitcomb is one, I think. Really high-end companies would buy Danish stuff, bring it over here, and they would put a coating on it. So stuff from Europe, they didn't allow to have these toxic finishes on it. You had to use teak oil, and every 6 months do it by hand. And that's pretty much the look that people want now. The Americanized versions of them, Americans would spray on a really hard lacquer onto teak stuff. And that was because of J.J. Johnson wax, or whatever it's called. Dynamite! It's a J.J. Johnson wax. They made Pledge. And because mid-century housewives needed to cut out chores from their schedules, they would dust. So dusting happened. So everything needed to have a shiny, non-porous surface for all these cleaning products that we use in the United States. And then we wonder why everybody gets sick. But this is a true statement. So in Europe, they didn't allow the spray coatings or the Pledge. So you had to use old school teak oil, which I want to say teak oil is, listen how you can hear the hard drive when I talk. You can kind of hear
Yeah,
it.
I do hear that. It's like, and then your voice cancels it.
Yeah. I think I don't know if it's for sure linseed oil, but they use like kind of a thick, viscous oil. It's not, maybe it is linseed. I forget. But anyway, it's old school, and they still use it today, and we use it now on teak furniture. But
and once you wipe it on with your steel wool, you let it dry a little. It gets a little tacky, and then you wipe it with your towel.
You wipe it down with your micro towel that you got at Costco.
So
on sale.
Biff is saying that he's restored a lot of furniture. I found that dish soap goes a surprisingly long way. Huh.
Dish soap goes a long way for oiling up old drawers. Bar soap. If you have a squeaky drawer in any, I'm pretty sure this works for any old wooden furniture. If you've got a drawer that's sticky or doesn't go in right, that's what she said. Use the bar soap along the runners, like the inside. Take the drawer out, and then there's like a notch, and then something sticking out inside the drawer. Butter those up with some ivory. Get one that doesn't smell, so you don't have to smell soap forever, and then all your clothes are gonna smell like soap. So use the
second too late.
Use the bar soap for lubricating wood sliding parts. You can use it for anything. What? I didn't say anything. I'm just saying words that make sense here.
6x6. I love lamp.
We've watched way too much Office.
Viv, I had no idea you could vanish the prior time period line and customize the graphs like that. Amazing. You did something when you were showing the graph?
Oh. customize the graphs like that. Amazing. Oh, I don't know what I did. What did I do? I want to know when I do great stuff so I can do it again.
That was my name in high school. Lil Tacky. Linseed oil is correct.
Yes, linseed oil.
For your Hitachi.
No, actually, for that I would use silicone grease. For that, it doesn't break up or get tacky. But, you know, go watch it. Now you guys got to go watch that video. It's his last video that he did. You'll see it, and then go. Interesting.
So what? Yeah, what was? I wonder what Biff was referring to.
Okay, let's decode this.
Vanish the prior time period line.
What did I do? Oh, you clicked on the graph legend and made the prior time period. Oh yes, okay, gotcha. So that is in big in me. I mean, in small in me. It's just down here. You see? Can you see?
Oh, right.
Where I'm clicking this?
Oh yeah, okay.
And I hate that line. And why does it make it go bigger? I don't know. It just does. I guess that it's so that it can incorporate this line.
Yeah, right. Because the prior time period was higher, so it had to.
Mm. Yeah. And even if you were to look at a prior time period, like let's say, because when we go back to October 1st, you can see it rebuilds the whole stream here, and then get rid of these time period things, and you can see that in general. You know, back here in October, I was only getting 250 page views. So boom, nuclear reset. Boom, I'm getting, like, if I had just left stuff listed and didn't do anything else, I mean, I'd be way down here.
That is pretty amazing.
They're kind of just returning me to a baseline of external site views that equate what these were. And then I've got my organic on top of that.
Yeah.
So it's not.
And your organics are definitely a little higher than
much higher than they used to be.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I still can't tell. Nobody can tell. But again, it has not affected sales per se at all yet. But we are in the last 2 weeks, so who knows?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to. So we did Crackbot. Oh yeah. So then. These are things that are just in our house that are easily to be sold. These are things we haven't listed. These are not things that we currently, while these are still Fracking the Hoard, these are actually things that would get, well, Crackbot doesn't get $100 plus, but these are all things that are $100 plus, I guess is what I was going for. Here's a Big Muff. We have a lot of entendre going on today.
What the heck?
And this is pie. We had pie in here. Pie 2 squared. There's a pie.
Oh yeah.
And so this is a whatchamacallit, guitar effect.
Oh yeah, look, 256, 244.
There's a lot of these are one of those things that have been not duped, but made by the company. Although this one's from Russia. This green one is Russian, Sovtek. But anyway, there's a lot of different versions of this over the years because it first came out in, I want to say 69 probably. And then it's got a really good sound. And then they started remaking them in 2000, and those are still worth money. So
Michael is saying, so I'm behind, but J-Ride sells items to businesses instead of consumer, like digital cameras to contractors or VCR players to people who fix them and sell them for more on Amazon. Okay.
But he sells them on eBay.
Did he mention that in one of his videos that that's what he does?
I mean, unless he's wholesaling out, not his eBay store, he's wholesaling. But he's reading numbers, recent numbers that indicate that he sells full-time on eBay.
And then Biff is saying that he did not know those were clickable for as long as he started the graphs. And then he said he wrote a long response to your last video about his external page view theory.
I think I replied to you. But yeah, see, look, you can flip these all around you want. So if you just want to see your organic impressions, take out your organic impressions because you can see these are promoted impressions, and then I stopped promoting. And then here's no impressions. I don't know what to make of this. There's no impressions at all. And also, good thing to point out and remember is that even though my sales, and I have 3 days where I didn't have any sales this month, halfway through the month or whatever, November 12th, I stopped promoting it all. So all my sales are, I get to keep all the money. And I'm saying, you know, as part of the emotional reset here, that makes me feel good. It just makes me feel good. I didn't pay promotions.
It is nice looking at, you know, when you look at your final
Beautiful
value or
blue line with no green on it.
when we're looking at what we actually pocketed, and it's nice not seeing promotion fee or promoted rate or whatever it is.
It's not gonna, you know, it's not gonna last forever. But
Bill's saying that he did reply to that.
oh, he did.
He
Okay.
said, yeah. He said then he replied again.
Okay, I don't know if I saw
Patricia!
it. We did a double one. We both did it.
Oh, she's getting a 24-inch starburst clock to ship. Nice.
Nice.
Those
24
are.
inches. Yeah.
How long does it take you to package that up? I would think it would take a little bit of time to do that.
And here's a cool thing I just found, like just sitting at, where's that one? Oh, you got it. And this is not, I mean, I brought this up because old digital cameras. And here's one right here. What I won't sell this one because it takes a floppy disk. Well, a 3.5-inch floppy. I don't know how you put it in there. Oh, right here. So yeah, how do you open it? I'm gonna snap off this door. You better open, or I'm gonna snap you off. Okay. And then how do you? Look at that. It's got a floppy in it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What?
Fireplace gun. 1796.
Can we
I don't
pop? We have so many old computers. Can we pop that into one and see what the heck?
Of course not.
Why?
We have too many things. I mean, never have what you need.
Oh.
We've got everything, but not what you need.
Michael is saying, yeah, he does mention it in his videos as they come to eBay to get cheaper replacements. He said that if you can sell items to businesses, then it's easier to have sell through and deal.
Yeah, parts we do. We
and with less ups and downs, consumer buying trends.
I mean, that's a low margin operation, right? So he's buying stuff for cheap,
but
selling it for
he's
cheap.
selling
but he's selling
lots
a lot
of
of
them,
them.
though.
Yes.
That's how he's making.
Look, a hustler is a hustler. You know, the more you sell, the more you're going to make. There's no doubt about that.
Yep.
We have limited ourselves. I mean, self limitations of we're not going to kill ourselves. So we have to watch. What's that? What are we watching? The Hunger Games? No, the
Squid Game.
Squid Game show. We have to watch that at night. We have to calm down. We got to go to bed at like 6 after we go to Denny's for the early bird special because we're so old. We're old.
No, we don't. We do not.
Well, we don't really, but figuratively. We go to bed early. We go to bed by
we
10.
eat at 4.
We do eat at 4, though.
Yeah, we just eat dinner whenever we're hungry.
Yeah.
4, 3,
2, 1,
10 p.m. Patricia gives herself 2 days. 2 days to package up that 6x6. I've just been eating a sandwich. Delicious. Patricia. Oh, she does it in stages.
Big horns for the sandwich.
Oh, Biff was asking, have you ever found a killer MCM chess set? I want one badly. Michael was saying you should comp that camera. Oh, wait, let me show.
We did, yes.
Yeah, it's he was.
You know, it's $65,
yeah,
$69.
Nothing that
$50.
would get us to sell it.
No, I'm much more interested in technological. I actually, way back in time, I started buying on eBay and selling at the same time. I was selling Herman Miller office furniture that I got for $1 and buying video game systems in the box and things like that back in the 2000s and the 20-aughts. Like literally, not even the 2008s, like 1999, 2000, 2001. So I sold a bunch of stuff for really cheap, then bought a bunch of stuff I wanted, kept that all, then also sold most of that, and am left with, but really we have 20 Atari 2600s. I mean,
we have a lot of them.
There was a high, I could have sold them at a higher point in time, but they're still worth if you, well, what you got to do. So here's definitely a piece of information. So, like, let's say you have Atari 2600s or Nintendos you want to sell. We've got a dozen Nintendos over there.
I was like, where's the stack? I should go bring it
It's
over
a huge
here.
stack. It was at the beginning of one of our videos. I had them like stacked up here.
Oh, right, you did.
But what people want is to be able to plug them into current TVs. So for $7, you buy a little circuit board. You got to open these things up. Another $7, you buy. Do you see this right here? See this right here? This is a brand new Nintendo cartridge slot. So it plugs onto the circuit board inside the Nintendo. And then when you put your cartridge in, it goes in here, and then it presses down. You know how it does that? In the Nintendo.
Wow. Okay.
So these are the things that go wrong. These are the things that get oxidized and don't work. So you replace these for $7. You put in a little RGB circuit board, which gives you HDMI out or super video. HDMI is pretty much what everybody wants. So that's what you do, and you turn currently a $100 system, Nintendo NES, to a $300 system. And then if you have a multi-cart, which is technically probably illegal because of copyright, but if you just happen to have one, and it had a bunch of games on it, and it just went in the slot when you shipped it, then you're talking about $600. So you can do things. Not suggesting you necessarily put the card in there. That's a separate thing, but putting a little circuit board in there that gives you better video quality, and replacing the edge connector. It makes a $100 item into a $300 item. But you have to do the work.
Michael was saying, I must be still small time, as I would sell it for 65 if I found it for 5 somewhere. And yes, that would be a great profit, and we would too. But for him, it's more of a nostalgic thing, keeping it.
Yes.
He just likes the technology. So
I like to look at it.
Selling it for $65 isn't worth, his desire to keep it for nostalgia.
It takes a floppy disk. It's a digital camera with a floppy disk. Can you believe it? And I remember it took really good pictures too, because our friend had it, and he used to take rock pictures of like fish up here, and their pictures they still use in some of their promotional material. They're smaller pictures because it's an older camera, but they're with very high quality.
And Biff is looking for
oh man, Star Trek chess set. And I would love that.
And he's saying, yeah, perhaps Star Trek, but any Danish.
So he's looking for
too.
Danish. And when it comes to my mind, it's probably not going to be what you want. But what was really hot in like 1960, late 60s, early 70s was Mexican chest sets carved out of stone, like not stone that you can kind of see light through the stone. So I don't know what kind of stone it is, but it was like quartz maybe. Stuff they have in Mexico. So you'd have white squares and then like tan squares, and the pieces were like white and tan. They made there's very high-end chess pieces that sell for thousands of dollars too, but I'm thinking of sort of like the accessible ones are made out of stone that I can think of at least.
Jack. MCM Furniture, 1980s game systems, MCM massagers, crackbot, and lamp talk. Brilliant.
We try to do what we can, mix it all together. Gina says that she's older than us. Y'all are younger than me. I don't think so. Gina, I mean, from your tiny little picture there, I don't think so. But maybe. We're in our mid-50s. No, you're not. I'm sorry. I'm in my mid-50s. She turned 50 this year. I gave away your number.
I did.
What are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna
Not a
punch me?
thing.
Oh. Damn,
And Biff is asking, what's the famous DJ record collection you bought from Dr. Don?
No. Dr. Don Rose. Donald D. Rose. Dr. Donald D.
Alabaster.
Rose?
Thank you, Patricia.
Thank you.
Always come up with the
yes,
answers,
you know,
Patricia.
exactly. She knows the... Oh. They can give her a horn. She loves the horn.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Dr. Donald D. Rose. Is that who it is? Dr. Donald D. Rose. Why am I thinking that? He's a Bay Area DJ, KYA or something? Is that who Dr. Don Rose is? It's not. They were from a guy named DJ Hunkapiller. No. His name. Oh, what's his name now? We bought all these records from this guy. Chip Hobart. Chip Hobart is W-A... Here we go.
Oh, no.
W-A-P-P. W-A-P-P DJ. And KFRC, it is him. I grew up with Dr. Donald D. Rose on KFRC.
I can't believe.
But yes, WAAP DJ, and he is credited with discovering Bon Jovi because he got a record, runaway record, and he played it. He was the very, very first station to play it.
Hi,
This is a rock
that's
DJ.
the experience.
And he, aloha.
Thanks for being here.
Sorry, I just love the horn. I'm sorry. He's from Rhode Island, and then there's Dr. Demento, of course. But Dr. Donald D. Rose, boy, he was, because I used to go to a lot of sporting events in the Bay Area and stuff because we had so much going on. When I lived in Menlo Park, so you basically could go to the Cow Palace, Oakland Coliseum, Candlestick Park. There was nothing in the South Bay at the time. Now there's stuff in the South. We had Great America Amusement Park, but which I did see. I in 1985 I saw Ringo Starr and his Alberto VO5 All Stars. Come on.
Veronica's psyched that she made it. Here to our live. Yay!
Okay, Veronica gets a horn. If everybody's sick of the horn, I don't care because Veronica gets the horn. Oh, little runaway. Yeah, so he discovered them. Biff Baffa grew up in Lodi in the East Bay. I was in the peninsula, but we all were listening to that. We were listening to I'm not you saw because I was showing off my robots the other day, my Mechinders, my Shogun Warriors, and it reminded me, and somebody pointed out that the afternoon TV from like 4 to maybe 3 to 5, we had something called, let me think this through because there's so much to say right now. My brain is going so fast. We had...
Oh, that's the smoke I see.
Do you smell it? It smells like hair. We had the guy that looked like an Egyptian, but he was a robot and he flew around. And then we had the Mechinders or the Shogun Warriors, and those were like stop action kind of. And then we had something called for a time in the 80s, like maybe early 80s, it was somebody you called into the show, TV Pow. Do you remember that, Biff Baffa? Captain Mitch, yes, Captain Mitch. And it was TV. I think he was on TV. I think he did TV Pow. And what you did was you called into the station at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and they played Atari on the screen. And you had to just say pow, and they would hit the button, you know. It was like pow, 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 pow. Some little smart kid would get on there, pow, 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 pow. But the button only worked so fast, so you could only get so much pow out of it. And then you won something. I don't remember what you won, but I remember that being so stupid but awesome. Am I right? TV Pow, come on. Captain Mitch in the afternoons. You gotta love them. Yeah, the Bay Area was the best place to grow up, no doubt. I was an extra in Midnight Madness. Taxing my brain. Oh, geez. Hold on. I should know, but I don't. And how do you know I was an extra? Probably because then... Oh, yeah, Midnight Madness. Come on. We have that, actually. We've never watched it yet, but we do have it.
Is that you in the front seat of the
that does
VW?
kind of look like me, huh?
Yeah, show that.
And look at you. That's you squeezed in between Eric Estrada and Michael Knight there.
Huh.
With the blonde hair.
Yeah, no.
You're a natural blonde.
No. You
dye your hair brown. Or red. What color is it? I can't keep up with all these hair colors she has. So back to the future. I don't know. J-Rad's cool. Josh
eBay.
Galt needs to not do that consignment unless it's 50-50.
Yeah.
eBay is annoying. super annoying.
But we still,
we
you know,
still
have a
sit
place
here.
in our heart for it.
We're all here, right? We're all here talking about it. We're all gonna investigate some alternate selling platforms. We know that the whole system has changed. Everything's changed. We don't know what to make of it. Maybe we're all old and we need to think younger. I don't know how to think younger though. I don't. All I know is that I've run the field with collectibles from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, a little bit into the 90s even. And I think I'm still going to continue to do that. Aren't we doing? That's what we're doing, right?
We are.
Let me check with you. You want to pal up? Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Well, I just feel that just from JR Ride. What is it?
J Ride Flips.
I get the sense that there's definitely some younger consumers, and I don't think.
Do you think all these new people are the ones that ruined eBay? They came in and ruined our eBay.
I don't think our product is really geared toward them.
No, right. And he's chasing a good business model.
But they're the future of eBay. I mean,
they're
we're
the
all
future of
growing
everything.
older and dying, and so what?
What, we're dying? Wait,
No.
not yet.
No. So the stuff that we think is cool isn't cool to them necessarily. To some, maybe if it's like 80s, 90s, but the older stuff is too old for them.
I think the question is are the millennials less susceptible to nostalgia? That's the question.
It might be that they've grown up in a time where everything is disposable.
And that is possible. And that could be something to contend with. But as long as I've got 50 plus year olds still going to eBay, they're going to buy my stuff for sure. I mean,
yeah,
it's your stuff too.
And 6x6, eBay is the family member in need of eBay is the family member in need of intervention. We are super pissed about the choices they are making, but still show up for them.
Yeah.
It's true.
And how do you not when it's a family member that needs the intervention? You try. I mean, I tried. I've had at least two very intense situations with family members who had we call them substance abuse problems now. And no matter how much I had to turn my back a couple times, but you can't. How long can you turn? I mean, we're the abused spouse in this case because eBay is abusive.
Hey, I think Jeff Hayfros used that analogy.
Okay, I stole it.
Someone did.
I stole it. Thanks, Jeffrey.
Where
is Jeff, by the way?
I want to go to that extreme.
He didn't even show up to his own party, and now he's not even going to watch from the distance. I hope he's having a great time.
Well, yeah.
Having some time off. Although he did have a video this morning. Everybody go watch Hayfros's video.
In Maria's home.
Maria's home, of course.
Give it next week he will be here on Wednesday. Well, not here in Vermont,
I think it's going to be at 2:30 then. We did 1 o'clock today. Although I like 1 o'clock. I just don't want, I'm not going to steal Josh Galt's hours. If he comes back at the beginning of the year, no, but I would switch. If he doesn't come back, then I'll switch to 1 because I like 1 better than 2:30 because at 2:30 we go till 4 and then it's dark out in the winter.
Pi2 squared says us millennials are definitely still susceptible to nostalgia.
Good.
Okay,
that is good.
That makes me feel good, a lot better. And then Biff was saying you have to embrace your passions and areas of expertise. We are all on eBay, but that's where the similarities end for many of us. And he pushes collectibles, and that's who I am.
Yeah, I surround myself with the stuff I love. I mean, it's gross sometimes. Not as gross as what J-Ride was showing, but it's all toys. I'm like a 5-year-old. No, I'm a 12-year-old. I stopped maturing specifically on purpose in 1982. I just decided at that point when E.T. came out, that's it. No more. So here we are. Did you make a good choice? Did you make a good decision?
What are you talking about?
Marrying me and being in my world of toys.
A
wonderful world of toys.
Good karma.
The land of broken toys.
I see. Good karma has said millennials seem more interested in experiences over stuff to own. Oh,
for sure. They like it.
But that's when Pi2 squared said
they like it. And as you get older, you develop more of this like kinship with things that are touchstones in your life. And I think everyone is susceptible to that. And and then there's just people are people. So I don't, J-Ride doesn't show me. He's not showing me who he is, except for he likes to, buy stuff and sell it. And that's why we're watching his videos. So.
And Dog Walks the Dog says, I'm pretty sure.
Dog Walks the Dog is in the house. Welcome.
Aloha. I'm pretty sure eBay has stopped pushing vintage in certain items. Plus, the economy is in the toilet.
The economy. There's no way to disclaim. No, there's no way to not take into account. There is no way to ain't take into account the economy, because the economy is a little messy, for sure. And anybody, and people who are our age in the 50s, it's going to hit them different than millennials. And so therefore people in their 50s are thinking more about, and by the way, I saw up here that Gina said she's close to 60. Well, we can't tell. Not from your tiny picture, but we're not going to blow it up.
Picture, you do not.
No, absolutely not.
You look very youthful.
And I think that it's important to
although
keep
60
youthful.
is still youthful. What am I saying? Of
well,
course.
you're just a few measly years away from there.
I know.
We'll be there before you know it, and we'll be going, damn those 50-year-olds.
I know.
But the 50-year-olds right now might be cloistered. They might have their buns tightened, their wallet closed. It's a creaky wallet with cobwebs in it because they're keeping it closed. Right?
And Jack's saying the thing about eBay is that it will be this way for 2 to 3 years. So if I'm totally joking. I just thought how great it would be if I could be like Alexa and say it really fast.
Just like you meant it.
So if you're okay.
Oh yeah,
with
we turned
this,
up our Alexa to talk too fast. Somehow we did that, and now we just left it that way.
She just talks so fast now.
Hi, this is Alexa.
What did you say?
Hold on, we gotta look up because I think we missed a whole bunch.
I'm trying to get to those. So yeah, Jack was saying 2 to 3 years this way for 2 to 3 years on eBay. So if you're okay with this, then go for it. But for me, eBay paid my basics and a little extra. Now it's 50% of that.
Yeah.
The Nesbitt experience says I turned 45 Monday. Oh, happy birthday! Wow.
Welcome to oldness.
We didn't. Yeah, but when you turn 50, though, you feel like 45 is still so young.
It is.
Just meant that we've
but
got
at 50, things start to happen at 50.
And they say just meant that we've got a few more years to be nostalgic about. LOL. Yes. And then Jack. So with eBay, I have to expand elsewhere, and if it ends up being better, the better platforms will get the time. That's what eBay is risking right now, that other sites will catch up and surpass. That is
I hope so.
That is what they're risking.
And then the question is, who's going to be first on the beachhead? I know Jack is first on the beachhead with who's going to be the Marines,
Oh, right.
And that is Hey Fro
Jeff.
sells
Mhm.
at Hey Fro Pop Culture on District. Go check him out. Jack is, Jack, I don't know where your store is because I know you're not selling on. My head hurts for some reason.
It hurts?
Well, it was my headphones were making a bald spot or something. I don't, Jack, I don't know where your store. If you want to share it, please do. The thing about eBay is still. Oh wait, you already
I'll read them.
Okay.
Patricia says Misfit Toys. MJ says the land of broken massagers. Patricia, don't know about that. Dog Walks. I do vintage fine on eBay. Oh yeah, well, Patricia, right? Because she's shipping off her Starburst clock today. So. MJ, pretty awesome. Fast forward sound effect you made. Thank you. And I do my tape gun.
Yeah.
Biff. No. Biff Buffo. I push vintage exclusively. I'm up 5% in a bad year. That's great.
I will check. You don't have to put me on screen, but I will check my numerals because last time I checked.
Thank you, the Nesbitt experience. You two are so fun. Thanks so much. Aw, thank you.
This year, over last year, we're almost done with this year. I doubt this year is going to change too much, but we are, I'm going to say down, hasn't come up yet. We are down 4.7% year over year.
Do you want me to?
No.
Oh, no.
And then 4.67% if you're looking at total sales, and 9.6% down in net sales. So, boo.
Patricia was
But
saying
not
she does
horrible,
better on
man.
Etsy with MCM. Sorry.
Oh, you do? Okay. We're scared of Etsy. We're scared of everything, I guess,
know,
except for dinner at 4.
We definitely can blame ourselves some, for sure, for being frightened of trying new things.
I mean, and it's really not trying, because we have sold on other platforms. I've sold
We
on
have,
platforms that don't
but
exist anymore.
We just got better results on eBay, so we just were like, oh, eBay's really the place for us. But now it really might be the time, or it is the time.
Well, again, we're going to wait for a couple of people to get shot down first. We want to see what happens.
Jack was saying that he's working on things on
Okay.
District, but I'm working on cross-listing all my books to Mercari while figuring out exactly what I want on District.
Okay.
Have my banners being made by MTG artist.
Oh, awesome.
Good Karma Antiques. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets a massage.
Poor angels.
Oh
Oh, my goodness.
my God. Jack, Primo, Kimo, you have to have certain things in place before they release your marketplace to go. Oh,
Okay.
Setting up Discord, Facebook, and a couple of other things to promote.
Okay, so they are relying on you to drive traffic. I mean, 'cause they have to. It's at a great point, because I do look up District on Google and it doesn't really come up. Not first thing anyway, like eBay used to. And
Wild Bill Hiccup, we are still violently arguing here over whether Spam Banshee is a day over 35. I am.
it's a mystery.
Yeah, Patricia's like, what in the world scares you about Etsy? Better prices and clientele. And,
What scares us about it?
I don't know. I mean, somebody I know that sold awesome stuff on Etsy.
Anecdotal, probably.
Bailed
money.
on Etsy.
Money was being held. Certain things.
It sounds like they don't provide the
in her
seller with
mid-60s.
much.
She was 70. How old is she?
Now she's 70.
70.
But she lives in Florida, and all her life she has dealt with
And by that I mean
vintage.
a mature person who knows how to sell things. She's owned her own stores, and I think even her mother was in antiques, right?
Yep.
So she's been in it forever and had a big problem with Etsy. I think
Yeah.
that's probably
She
what
had a
colored
huge
her.
problem with Etsy, and I've had
But maybe not.
I've had good experiences with buying stuff on Etsy. However, I do not like their search, the way their search works. It pulls up so many
Pretty much like eBay now, though, right?
not
eBay just
nasty
copied
things.
their code.
Yeah, so many things that are not what I was looking for, and I just have to keep fishing and fishing, and then there's thousands of results, and I say, forget it.
Aloha, disgruntled octopus.
Hi!
Where his favorite thing to wake up to. Aloha, welcome. Appreciate that. We're talking today about
Oh my goodness.
the theme today is That's What She Said, as usual, apparently. When you think over toys have gone berserk, it's a massager you cannot shirk. That rhymes. Come on.
Oh, good heavens.
Pi2 Squared says, District is a tough name for SEO. That's why companies tend to have funny, unique names these days, or
Yeah,
at least spelled. Yes, because District is such a common word, and it's district.net, so they didn't even have primary District.
And I'm wondering right now.
It's a good name for what it does, though.
It has to be mostly sellers on District, because how do buyers even find District? I've never heard of it.
Well, you've got to
than-
put up. That's why they've got to get you started with marketing in Facebook. Have a Facebook page. Have Discord.
Well, they're right. So we're angry at eBay for making us do this.
Angry. Just want to punch them right in the face.
For making us do our own advertising. However, District essentially is going to operate that way too. You have to promote yourself or your store.
Well, as a brand new business, so I've been over this one before. PayPal was $20. It was X.com at the time. We've gone back to X.com. But before, so it was X.com, and then X.com bought PayPal. And X.com said $20 for each person you bring over to PayPal. And I signed up a lot of people and made hundreds of dollars doing that. Then they switched to 15. Then they switched to 5. So all new companies shell out tons and tons of money to get their numbers up.
Yeah.
Once their numbers are up, then they ride. And PayPal obviously is a multinational company now, so we know that that works. So District is going to have to gather buyers, and how they're going to do that, it sounds right now they're giving out $10 free off your first item, $10 free. That is how you get buyers.
District with yeah.
And it was 5 and it went up to 10. Does that mean that they don't have enough buyers, that they're not meeting quotas? I don't know. I'm just going to say that out loud in case it's true.
Buyers? You're saying buyers specifically.
That's why they're giving out $10 instead of 5.
Yeah.
That could be, but that's what you do in the beginning. That's what you do, and then anyone who goes over there to sell on there is going to have to deal with those initial growing pains, which may be just time. But
and so Patricia was saying she wishes there was an MCM district marketplace. Well, start one.
There kind of is.
Well, to create a marketplace on district for MCM.
Yeah, you could. There kind of is with the crazy lamp lady, but she has like 1,000 sellers, and it's a lot of different stuff. I have an idea of a good way to utilize it, and that is one of the ways, is to be the owner of a marketplace and really curate it into a ball, and then take that ball and light it on fire and throw it at eBay.
6x6. Well, Timothy was saying that Knickknacks is advertising on Facebook.
Knickknacks. That's it. That's Crazy Lamp Lady. So.
And 6x6, I do that with my kids. I pay the oldest. It's then up to the younger ones to shake her down for the
right.
cash.
And that gives you good life lessons on how to work people, and that's what you need now.
MCM is mid-century modern.
Yes.
MJ, that's what MCM stands for.
And it's a large category.
Yeah.
And some things aren't, mid-century is, a term people don't use as much, but there's a lot of mid-century stuff that's not mid-century modern, but people still call it mid-century modern.
Yeah, it's housewares. It's, really
Furniture.
Anything that was made from the, mid-century.
Technically the 50s, 60s,
Yeah.
70s. I include the 80s because of postmodern. Which is not technically, it's mid-century postmodern maybe, but stuff from the 80s that is
I agree.
super 80s,
Valerie is saying that Etsy is great for vintage electronics.
Is it?
That's good to know. Thank you.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. I think we missed some stuff up here. Let's see.
No, I've been reading.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been reading it out loud. But Patricia was saying that there is no perfect platform, and that she agrees that Etsy search is not targeted. There
isn't any. And that was another thing I wanted to say. Just how I noticed many years ago, probably a long time ago. See, the past 5 years don't even count. So then, about 10 years ago, Google changed their general search performance, where they used to literally give you 65,000 pages of results. They would just give you whatever you typed in, and then they just were like, it eats up a lot of computer processing power to deliver all those results when you're never going to get to them. So that's one of the reasons why they had to do that. And eBay is the same thing, and Etsy, I assume, they have to do that in order to make it even usable.
Good Karma Antiques question. What is in it for someone to start a marketplace on District? Well, we actually did have a Zoom
Yeah, well, there's
meeting.
2 different things. So there's starting a marketplace, but then there's just becoming part of one. And you can do that right now. So you can just go on to, if you're selling pop culture items, I would go to Hey Pop Culture. Maybe Knickknacks if you're selling some mid-century stuff. But to have a marketplace itself requires a lot more than just going and requesting to be part of someone else's marketplace.
But what happens is the benefits in having your own marketplace is you get people to sell their products in your marketplace, and you get a percentage of their sales. That's bottom line. That's pretty much what it is.
That's why you
make money off from people selling their products in your marketplace.
Yes.
Yep.
And they encourage you to do a lot of marketing and stuff, which is, if you're going to own your own marketplace, really what it's supposed to be is an antique mall. So you own the antique mall, and then people rent out the little booths in there. So that's a good way to vision it. I think that was their vision.
And Patricia said that she would not choose to work with Jacqueline.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know her per se. The only time, Patricia, are you the one that asked me about Whitco and that other company that is similar to Whitco?
I think it was Patricia.
Will Rongo or something. And when I discovered Crazy Lamp Lady was a video where she found a whole bunch of Whitco. I've been versed in the Whitco things for decades. And
yes,
everything's decades. I'm so old, I can just say that. And it's actually true. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, so for decades, I've been collecting Whitco and because I'm pretty heavy into the tiki community. And I saw her video on that. And she got some really beautiful pieces. I think she overpaid for them. I have no idea what happened. But that's how I even came across her. And I do not religiously watch her videos. So I don't know much about her.
I don't know what 6x6 is saying. Jukebox? I'm not sure what that is.
Jukebox. Credit card.
You got
it. We're gonna try to pick.
No, you're going up too high.
Shake her down for the cash. No, I'm looking at his things and then see if they go right into that.
Oh,
Jukebox.
Right.
We'd have to know what we were saying.
I didn't get the
Excuse me.
And then Patricia did say, yeah, it's the Will Rongo.
Will Rongo, yeah.
And motorcycle, good.
Postmodern jukebox.
Oh,
come on. Come on. We know that. We are old. That's one of our favorite YouTube channels when they remix all kinds of different songs in sort of like 1940s. Come on.
I don't know.
They redo songs they play like actual band stand up bass and
it's so
that trumpet
great.
lady. I don't know the name of the trumpet lady, but she's like from Eastern Europe, and she comes over and she dances and she sings and she plays a trumpet and she's blowing that horn.
She'll take
she's blowing that horn.
She'll take like
I'm
trying to think of like any modern singers.
Any Eddie Money song and
make it into some beautiful sounding.
Yeah, like 1940s, sort of like swing or whatever.
And then
wait, are we missing?
Yeah, Good Karma Antiques was saying that World War II interrupted the progress of MCM, made it popular later in the century. So without World War II, MCM may have become ECM, early century.
Well, yeah. So it started. You could send it back to the Bauhaus days in Germany, 1920s, where people were building architecture and furniture design for specifically for manufacturing. These are all elements of mid-century furniture.
And then Motorcycle Dark was saying Google recently, we noticed this, the AI thing. Google recently changed their search to incorporate more AI.
They're generating responses for you as you click. They say just a minute.
A lot of people that were doing SEO-based blogs, affiliate marketing, etc., got rug pulled like some eBay sellers 50% down.
Okay, yeah.
Good Karma Antiques is saying Whitco is now on my eBay, on my what list? Buy list. And it's WITCO.
Where is that? Oh my gosh, it's way here at the top. Down the bullet. Yes, WITCO.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think. So the people who make current furniture right now are the grandchildren of the guy who actually William Westenhaver. Well, one or the other. And I think it's Westenhaver. And he taught his grandchildren how to make the furniture before he passed away, and they make it now. But the old stuff, I think their biggest claim to fame, what people like to talk about the most, is Elvis's Jungle Room. That is completely outfitted in Whitco with zebra. They incorporated a lot of leopard skin and zebra. It's super super awesome. Very primitive, but also awesome.
And Jack is saying a good thing about District is you only pay a 10% fee if you are a marketplace owner selling your product. Yes. If you pay 10% to District for the products you are selling. If you're in a marketplace, then you will pay 5% to District, and then whatever the fee the marketplace owner sets.
And I think Hayfro is charging. I think I read, and correct me if I'm wrong, 2%.
An intro rate into his marketplace.
Yeah, till February if you join his marketplace, and he has to accept you because he's curating his own market. He will give you. It'll be a 7% final value fee, plus 30 cents per transaction, just like eBay does, and then one add-on fee that currently District has that eBay doesn't is
the credit card
processing fee, which is 2 points.
So something. Right on top of the 5%.
That's expected.
Yeah, there is. You have to pay for every transaction you have. Your sales you make. You have to pay the credit card processing fee, which I think they said was 3%, and then it's like 53 cents per transaction. Yes,
he is charging less though. So most people are charging 10%. And he's charging 7%. Yeah, which is and that's way lower than eBay's. Yeah, pretty much 13% now. Timothy says I used to work for her CLL. It was fun behind the scenes. Who do we work for? Oh, Crazy Lamp Lady. Right. Really? Oh, that's cool. I don't know. I mean, she seems to have had. I mean, most certainly, if you're going to be successful on District like that, she had reselling, thrifting, social media. I mean, that's really what that's the big difference here between 20 years ago and now. Oh my gosh, did I just discover what is really going on here? We've been selling stuff on eBay for decades. There was not social media per se the way it is now. So now, right?
So what's
the
revelation?
YouTube started when did YouTube start? 2007, 6, something like that. But it took 10 years to, really incorporate a lot of the earlier eBay people were just thrifting pretty much. Like, here's what I bought. Here's how much it sold for. It takes a while to reach maturity. These, TikTok's not that old. Let's talk about TikTok. It's not that old. I'm saying is social media making a huge difference in the way we resell now. That's what I'm trying to say. Answer. Tell me the answer.
I'm reading comments. I'm sorry. I'm not listening to you.
Okay. Hold on. Wait, let's see. I used to work for, hey, Kimo, your wife's Signal Fixer says, hey, Kimo, your wife really does resemble a young Katharine Hepburn.
Hey, thanks.
I always say to her,
thank you.
It's the loons. Where are the loons? Where are the loons, Norman? She does call me Norman every once in a while. I wondered what that was.
Really?
No, you never have. But thank you. I mean, talk about being compared to somebody awesome.
Yeah, that's a true compliment. Thanks.
Does that make me a Fonda, though? Probably
not. Patricia says, I have a couple of their modernist welded steel wall sculptures.
Oh, those are good. Yeah, those are awesome.
And then, Jack, in my case, the fees for selling through my marketplace will be 5% to District and 3% to me. That's great. I'll be spending that 3% to advertise my marketplace and sellers.
Exactly. And that's what you should be doing. And, that's what's really important about doing District. And what I'm not necessarily, first of all, I'm a control freak. So do I want to go into somebody else's store? Probably not. Then do I want to do my own? Yes. But then how much time is that going to be to do it right? And that's where we're at, because we're putting our effort into eBay right now. Do we have enough time for District and lazing? Because we like to laze. We just have a set time of relaxation. There's no possible way. Well, we do have nights where we work until we go to bed, but we try not to do that because we got to live. Got to smell the roses.
Jack is saying, I'm not sure, but I don't believe District charges you a final fee on shipping or taxes. You're right. We asked
Yes,
that,
I don't think they do yet.
Right. And
that's something they'll pull later, like eBay did.
Yeah, because when we were talking to the rep, yeah.
MJ, you didn't see it. MJ said Bela Lugosi is still, in fact, dead. Yes, that is true. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm pretty sure you are correct there. Only Stripe and PayPal do. Yeah. Yes. Forget about credit card fee.
Oh yeah,
You
he
have to have
forgot about that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just sold a set of Choir Angels by
Nice.
Ardco 1970s
Ooh,
Japan. Awesome.
Those sound nice.
So here's something about joining what I consider a good marketplace on District. Newer sellers who are accepted can ask the marketplace leader for advice and have a family chat. Okay, so let's pro up on the District for the way they're doing feedback. So feedback on District is not a number. It's you have actually conversations. So you can go, hey, you sent my stuff in a paper in a diaper box, and then everyone else can see you say that, and then you wait for them to respond, for the owner or for the seller to respond, and it's out in the open. So it's not hidden behind a one comment.
Yeah, but you can communicate privately as well.
But if you communicate in public,
you have the fear of being shamed on District if you do something crappy.
That seems negative, but I'm saying you have a direct contact to the seller publicly. So the seller can say, for instance, let's use, because we're perfect and we don't have any problems, let's use Hayfro's problem, where he got a neutral for sending a comic book to somebody, and somebody gave him a neutral because you didn't ship this in a box. He never said he was going to ship it in the box. That's not how he shipped things. The guy didn't ask him to ship it in a box, but he got a neutral.
He did use cardboard.
Of course he used cardboard.
Which boxes are made out of cardboard.
But if the guy had said that online, maybe Hayfro could have said, I don't ship it in boxes. It's if it was $100 book, I probably would have shipped it in a box, because that's sort of like the flow of things. And then someone else could have chimed in, a third party, and said, yeah, dude, chill out. You got your comic book. It was in good condition, right? Or somebody could say, hey, Fro, no, you should ship all your stuff in boxes. I just think it's an extra level of knowledge of, like, I want to do the right thing. I know Hayfro wants to do the right thing. So
it's certainly more of a community feel on District. Sort of like Facebook pages or like front porch forums. I don't know if you guys.
It's kind of like chats here on a live stream. It does feel like community for sure.
When we had the Zoom with one of the reps.
Aloha, Biscuit Butt. Welcome to the show.
It was really exciting hearing everything about District when we met with the rep.
We were very excited about that.
Ivan, was that his name?
Ivan,
yeah.
District.
He was
literally
really
it's like we're not going to do anything unless we can do it
and
full. Yes.
Ivan is a reseller himself. So on District and eBay. Yes. So it was really great speaking with someone that understands where we're coming from.
Marketplaces. So there's different marketplaces, and under the marketplaces are sellers. And whoever runs the marketplace chooses the sellers. There's a marketplace on there. I am not kidding. It's for women's soccer playing cards. That's it. And in fact, this Ivan runs that marketplace. And under it, he has 11 people selling women's soccer trading cards. I mean, come on, that's niche. That's super niche.
Yeah,
that's mega great. Awesome, super niche. Listen to all the money they're making.
It was a great conversation we had with Ivan. Why are we on District right now?
I don't know. Well, just because we don't have enough time to do it all. Well, here Biff Boffo is saying, I tried to operate outside of eBay during the bleak times, but nothing beats eBay.
I know.
And until... Like, I want to see people get off the troop transports, let's pretend this is Saving Private Ryan. And we're opening I don't know why we have to say that, but let's just say. You saw the beginning of Opening Private Ryan. So let's say that's opening of District, storming the beach in Normandy. I don't want to be the first guy off the boat. You saw what happened to the first guys off the boat. I don't want to be the guy that gets sprayed in the face by the last guy and you're just about to get it. So, chill your jets. Down me, pump the brakes. I'm just going to wait a little bit longer to see how things start to form. I don't need to necessarily see everybody get off of the boat and tack the shore, but I want to see how the first couple of boats get on shore so I can position myself as I come in with a little bit of knowledge, so then I can dedicate the time and effort it takes to do that.
Jack was saying that the Hayfro's Jeff's customer was requesting wanted a specific box.
Oh, yes.
For the comic books to be sent in.
Yes.
And
But that's
he never
after
even
the
asked
fact.
Him. So he just assumed that everyone that sells comic
Yeah.
books uses like some special comic book box, I guess.
An $8 box to ship an $8 comic. That's not how it's done. And I've never shipped. I mean, I only sell kind of cheaper comics, ungraded. That's what we call them.
Biscuit, but those cards probably sell more than they make in salary. That's probably true.
I don't get cards necessarily unless they're like 1977 Star Wars cards. Then I understand.
Yeah, Jack is saying another thing about District as they are niches. It's niches. You can get the absolute best advice within your family on shipping those types of items.
Yes,
and that is what's great. It is a community.
And they have a video feature over there.
Russian.
I mean, I'm only saying this because I've actually taken I've actually been given information from District directly, and that is to say that like they have a video feature, and somehow like if you put your items or if you do a live stream on YouTube or anywhere, I guess on X, on anywhere, you can put in a box that you can click to purchase.
No,
so
I think it's only on
streams.
X.
Just on X? Okay.
I think so, yeah. Good Karma Antiques was asking, do neutrals really hurt your store?
Men say
Can you help?
only
Do neutrals
fools rushing. What do you want me to do?
Do neutrals really hurt your store? Good Karma Antiques is asking.
I don't know.
Well, I can say
I don't have any.
I can say just from
I don't think so.
Just from a
Go watch Hey Fro's.
personal experience is we saw somebody had a neutral that we bought something from, and when we didn't see tracking, we instantly said, "Oh my God, they have a neutral!" The
neutral said that he sold something to somebody else. It was like he ran out of stock on something. So I jumped the gun.
Neutral did definitely.
It made me jump the gun.
Yeah, it affected our opinion, but he was wrong.
Yeah, go watch Hey Fro's video from this morning. He mentions these things in there.
Yeah.
And he also mentions just about how eBay's feedback may be changing to not removing feedbacks, even if it's deserved. So we'll see how that works out too. But that's an important thing. And that would, I work really hard to keep that 100%. And if it's just going to not be 100%, he did a little bit of experimentation. So go check out Hey Frosel's video from this morning.
And Veronica, District does work for an everything seller as well. You could actually split up your product amongst several
multiple marketplaces.
That is allowed. You don't have to stick to just one marketplace.
And I think that it's a niche thing. At least that's the way they have it set up now. Like most people are nichifying.
But there's
but you don't have to, but you split your stuff up. So if you've got, let's say you have Dirty Filthy Massagers, then you go to the Dirty Filthy Massager marketplace and you put those in there. Then you take your broken cameras and you put them over here, and then you do it like that.
But isn't the Craigslist Hunter? Does Craigslist Hunter?
He's an everything seller and he's on there.
He's on Marketplace, and then
it's like almost too much though, maybe. So. Go check it out.
But look at Hey Pop Culture on their Hey Fros.
It's pretty narrow.
His is pop culture stuff, but it's anything that falls into pop
culture. It is,
really.
but I see trends in there. I see from item to item, I see consistency, and I think that might be how a District works best. But I don't know because I haven't done it.
I get that feeling as well. Try to find a marketplace that focuses on a particular type of item.
I mean, that's how I would do it too. If I'm going to do, for instance, an MCM group, that would be why I would do MCM. Then, maybe there would be, maybe someone would want to come in and sell watches, but if they were MCM, then yeah. Even if MCM is not really, even if watches aren't necessarily an MCM thing.
Well, they're still made.
But you and I have been looking at nugget watches from the cocktail watches from the
a tacky nugget
60s
watch.
and 70s, and they're
not the gold ones because those are way too expensive.
The golds are really awesome.
There was a sterling silver one. I wanted
fashioned this myself out of
sterling
gold
silver
nuggets.
one on eBay, and it
Grizzly
sold.
Prospector. Yeah, so they
sold before.
so I would sell vintage ones.
Yeah.
That's a good way to do it.
Wow, we've been on for 2 hours.
But we're not done yet. Do neutrals really? Okay, wait, I did that. You're smart
So
not
do
to
they
make an
really?
emotional transition in uncertainty. That is why it took me so long to get to Poshmark. Yes, I have to, even though I know things are turning to crap on eBay, I don't know how much crap they're going to turn, and I don't know if we'll uncrapify. So
I think it has to.
I mean, at least a year to see really what happened. Yes, they took away 50% of my income. We can survive on that. We had done a lot of things to lower our expenses before that happened. So we probably are very perfectly positioned to absorb that 50% drop, but I want it back and I demand it back. I will eventually get it back.
Hello? Yeah, I
eBay?
demand it back now.
Give me my money. And the bleep better have my money. Let's see. When Jeff first told the story about neutral because of no specific box, I imagined the buyer was trying to leverage a partial refund. Yeah. Yep. And people will get away with that. I mean, you can do that to us too. We fall for it. Certain things. I mean, we can tell, especially
we fell through it for it, and it was an eBay seller who bought something from us, and then they complained about something.
But the thing is,
we just gave them a full refund, and
I knew it in my head. It was, and I'll tell you, and I don't know, I can't tell you why I know this, but it was.
Don't say the specific title.
But it was a CD. It was perfect condition, except for a little gummy, and it was a sparkly
like a sticker
case,
residue or something.
Sparkly case, so it wasn't it was a digi case. What do they call those? Digipack.
Yeah, digipack cardboard with the plastic.
So I couldn't just replace the plastic. And I did notice some sort of residue on it, and I got it off. I looked at it. Okay, I knew it was there. He called me on it when it got there. He goes, "Well, there's some sort of blotch on the front." I'm like, "Pretty sure I got that off." What I said was to him, I says to the guy, "How about I just give you your money because you're going to be a pain in my butt." And then I did. I just refunded him.
And you said, "I hope you enjoy the CD."
Yes, I hope that you're able to enjoy this CD still. That's the exact words I definitely think about language. I don't want to infuriate anybody. If I can get a little dig in, like, I hope you're able to enjoy this still, I'll do that. But guess what? I also want the jerk to enjoy the stupid CD. I don't want it. It's not in my collection. It's a piece of junk. I thought maybe I could get $25 for it, but I just gave up the stupid CD. Big deal. For this particular thing, big deal. For other things, I drag my feet and I throw tantrums.
I'm trying to, for Veronica, I'm just doing a little search here.
Okay. I'll try to read a couple more comments so then we can be done and go to the store and give him more treats.
Veronica, she's saying, where'd you go?
Oops.
Can you scroll back down?
Yeah, here.
So let's say a buyer just wants to search for a specific item. Do they necessarily have to know what niche to look into, or is there a search? There's a search bar.
A total for the whole site.
Here, look. Can you wait? Oh, boogers. Nope, it's not really working. Here at the top, there's a search bar.
We have a thing right here. We could just go to district.
Oh, right. So
we have a computer,
You can search within a specific store, marketplace, which is a store. Or
it's
you
district.net, everybody.
You can search the whole district.
So here we are on district, and you can see, look at this guy's live.
Yeah, they have. This is
Clark to 99 out of the first
hodgepodge of things. It's
I got to
really
tell you, this has got to be I would die if I.
No kidding.
Oh, can he hear me?
Yeah, that's not good.
I'm sorry. Am I talking to you? I hope he can't hear me. Can you hear me?
Why would he hear you?
I don't know.
All
I'm
right,
scared.
Jumbo Case 2, White Sox, Marlins, Angels, Reds, Rays.
I'm just going to let this guy play now. Anyway, he's opening packs.
Well, stay
I
safe.
can't do that. I can't do that.
Yeah, that's awful.
But it's something people do. And you know what? When I get charged up and excited about something, it's the best thing on earth. It's like what we live for as humans.
And no, that's not awful. I'm just saying the crinkling was awful.
I'm sure people get really, have fun hearing that.
So can you show Veronica So
here we are on the site. So
there, go to Hey Pop Culture.
look at that. Hey Pop Cultures and did bits. That is Trash to Cash podcast. Those three that do Trash to Cash podcast, they have their own store. This is our best friend in the whole world, Hey Fro.
Hey Pop Culture.
Hey Pop Culture, and he's got 20 members with 9 sellers. So you can join as a member. You can join anybody to be a member of District. But if you join Hey Fro, does he get something for it? Do you get something for it?
If you join as a member, you get the $10
and he also gets
code or
$10,
something.
right?
I
think he makes a benefit if you join under his store. So I would just suggest, since Jack's not on there yet, I would suggest you go sign up under Hey Pop Culture store. But you'll still get a $10 off gift certificate or coupon for your first purchase. So you can almost get stuff for free. I don't know how much you have to spend to get that, but I don't think you have to spend anything.
So you can search within an individual's marketplace, and again, in that marketplace, there's
so he does
sellers.
this. So he's doing Chameleon Collectibles. He's actually making the featured seller. He's entitling retro as a category. Heyfro is doing all this
so can you
create his thing.
So then you can search up at the top.
This searches for everything: marketplaces or listings of items. What did you want to get? Let's say massager. Let's see what we got here. We get anything?
Huh.
I think it's broken. There you go. There you go.
There you go.
Rotating massage heads, soothing heat therapy, deep shiatsu kneading.
So on the app,
I need you.
You must be able to do this on desktop too. On the app, when I first went into the search bar, I didn't realize I was in Hey Pop Culture store, and it only searched within his store, and so then I had to get out of his his marketplace. Then I got out of the marketplace and then went to the search bar, and it searched the whole district as a website. So you can either search within an individual's marketplace, or you can search the whole district website.
6x6 says, so is this platform in rushing to do what eBay keeps planning to do while networking like Posh does? Or what not eBay keep planning to do? It's mixing everything at this point.
A hodgepodge of
all the different and social media and
it was created by 3
Snapchats
people from Snapchat
with a bunch of money,
and they were really interested. They noticed how, like on Facebook and on other Instagram, how people were selling things without using an actual selling platform. They were selling things through groups on Facebook, through neighborhood groups, and they were like, "This is really interesting." It's
we
like
could get a couple
people
percentage
that know
off these
each
people.
other are selling things, and they can,
It does seem better to have, instead of a number as your feedback,
Yeah.
have smaller communities of people who
that
both
vouch
keep
for you.
Yeah, vouch for you and keep you honest simultaneously. It's accountability. Am I wrong?
Yeah, that's what Ivan, the rep, was telling us. It really is. You keep each other honest on district.
I like that. Mm-hmm. So wait, Biff said something.
And there is a district app. Did I say? Yeah, I did say that.
Yes,
Yeah.
there is. Yeah. Wait. Okay. Thank you. And then greetings. Oh wait, who's
Archie?
Who's Archie? I don't know I don't know who Archie is by name. It must be Biscuit Butt. I'm guessing he's Archie.
I like that.
I like Biscuit Butt.
My favorite word is buns.
It is.
Biscuit
That's
Butt
literally,
is sort of
literally right there.
buns.
Right in your wheelhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Biff Boffo, I found my eBay store dies without promoting. It's awful with it. Hence, I'll take my game elsewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to, Jack. You've got to. But I think that, I don't think eBay is in your past. I think it's just possibly, maybe it will come back. You can.
Biscuit buns.
Nice.
Biscuit buns.
Sweet. Well, we've been on here for 2 hours and 8 minutes and 51, 2, 3, 4 seconds. So we probably should get off the
Thanks
horn.
for hanging with us.
Yeah, you guys, this has been, I'm sure this is the longest
Our
one we've
group
ever done.
therapy session.
It feels really easy to do it with you. I enjoyed doing that. Just
Well,
without,
thank you.
I mean, Hey Froze wasn't here.
We
Too
missed
bad.
him.
Um,
Next Wednesday though. Hey,
do we need the
Jeff,
beep
we'll be
from
back.
McDonald's? Do I have anything? I have
Oh,
nothing
wait.
close to that.
Yeah, you've got to help us, Doc. We've tried nothing and we're all out of ideas.
That's our theme. That's our theme for the eBay reseller therapy.
Oh,
group
Good Karma
therapy
Antiques.
session.
Like already. Thank you.
Yes, everybody, please like, please subscribe. I'm very close to being monetized. The likes help with the algorithm. The subscriptions help us get over 1,000 so we can actually get some, get our $12 a month that we deserve. I want what I deserve. Where's my comeuppance?
Anything helps.
Yeah, every little
Anything,
thing
yeah.
helps this day and age, for sure. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Have a great
we
afternoon.
enjoyed it.
Oops.
Thank you.
Now I've lost my heart.
It's fun.
Have a great afternoon, and we'll see you
Aloha!
next Tuesday at 2:30. So far, it's still 2:30. I thought I'd like 1 so much better. Should we switch and confuse everybody?
I
Yeah.
do like 1.
Yeah, we're gonna do 1 o'clock next Tuesday. And then we'll do
For the news now?
for the news now. Then we'll do 2:30 with Hey Fro Sells, unless he'll move to 1 o'clock on Wednesday. And that's the story. So we're on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday at 4, all different times. Why make it easy to remember?
Tuesday is the eBay Reseller News Now. Wednesday is with Hey Fro Sells,
Fracking the
Jeff,
Hoard
Fracking the
podcast,
Hoard.
which are essentially the same things.
And
but
then
one's with Hey Fro
Friday
Sells.
at 4 o'clock, we want you to waste your last hour of work and watch us. And
the heavy
we
tiki
do-
vibe.
Yeah, it's just a fun show where it's an hour.
Try
away
not to
from
talk about eBay at all. And we just talk about fun stuff that's happening, movies, whatnot. Not whatnot, because that's
Oh,
some
it's
other
6x6. Thank you. Thank you,
So,
everyone.
Thank you very much, guys.
Aloha,
We love you
aloha,
all. Good luck
mahalo.
the rest of this week. We'll see you on
Mwah,
Friday. And have a great...
no, Friday Fun Times.
No, we'll be there
no,
Friday.
We will, yeah.
Friday at 4 o'clock. But just the normal one.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Adios. Aloha.
Aloha.
Bye-bye.